5 childhood Mandela effects. Number 1.
I would just like to throw in there that men's frontal.
That right there is Eli Musk's mother.
Behind his mom was.
How many of you know about the object in Greenland? A couple of you, okay. Well, for those of you that don't know, there is a spacecraft that has melted out of the ice in Greenland. As you know, the North Pole has melted completely. You can go from London to Moscow or to Russia by going over the North Pole now. All the ice cap is gone. The last place that has ice on it was Greenland. Greenland had a 18,000-foot ice cap on it. Well, the spacecraft that is anchored in the center of Greenland created the last ice age 50,000 years ago. It's a weather machine. It's 55 miles wide, 300 miles long, and 2 miles high. The people that lived in it were called the Mois. If you draw a straight line from the spacecraft to the Washington Monument in Washington, D.C., through the Yucatan Peninsula Great Pyramid at Mitsubishi, and ends up on Easter Island where the Mois have been dug out of this dirt. The heads on Easter Island, well, 2 years ago they finally went ahead and they excavated, and they're all 65 to 85-foot people, full-body carvings. And these were the people that lived in the spacecraft that was uncovered that's melting out of the ice in Greenland. So when you think we've been alone, these people have been up there for 50,000 years. The spacecraft is still active after 50,000 years. It has a 200-mile dampening field where no electrons can flow into it. In 1947, a B-52 bomber flew into that pattern, into the dampening field, when trying to fly between Maine and London. As a result of that, they lost power and crashed in Greenland. As they sent in rescue B-52 bombers to rescue them, they hit that same dampening field, but they veered off. They just ricocheted off of it. And by testing, trying to get to these guys, they were able to bring a circumference and find out that there was an object 200 miles to the center of this field. On the southwest corner of Greenland, there is a small community. It's the only community on the island of Greenland. That community is a military post, CIA, that uses a compressed air generator to operate diesel engines to run a Caterpillar to run back and forth to 200 miles from the base to the object in Greenland. A lot of our technology comes from the reverse engineering out of the spacecraft. It is still functional and is still in operation. So it's pretty important what this thing is. All the nations worldwide are up there with the United Nations, and they're all working together.
Wait, what the heck? It's still functional? Why are we sitting here making all kinds of new weather modification Sorry. Oh boy, I thought I knew everything and why we were going to Greenland, but I know nothing. There's so many things to uncover. We just need to wait for all the ice caps to thaw out. Oh, I can't wait for Antarctica. I hear it's already turning green. Now Greenland too? Makes sense, Greenland. Yeah, it's gotta be green, right? Why is it all ice over? They messed up the weather modification device. Come on now. Welcome back, Goons. You're watching Explore the Weird. Hey, how's it going? We going deep, buddies. We going deep. Hey, got some more creepy, weird, strange For You page content. Let's get right into it.
Yeah, let's go to the mountain.
This is an astronomy book from 1896. I want to show you guys a few things in it because I think you will be shocked at how much things have changed and how standard the firmament flat earth model actually was up until the conception of NASA. And you can see it listed here as a required piece of literature for a literary and scientific circle in 1878. And the author was the director of the Chamberlain Observatory at the University of Denver. The very first thing in the book is Psalms 19:1. The heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament showeth his handiwork. A few pages in is this poem that I love. Perchance that thou with cloudless vision slowly sweeping up the mighty nave that cleaves the galaxy, God's visible tabernacle in the skies, star-built from shining undercroft to dome, past pillared pomp of worlds and columns wrought with fair entangle of amethyst and pearl, through jacinth portals hung with mist of stars and fiery fringe of suns, mayst come at last even to the chancel of the universe, and so throw glories veiled and far. Behold, the choral stars that sang so loud and sweet on the first morning when creation sprang, in dewy beauty from Jehovah's hand. Mayhap that thou, with swiftness unconceived, wilt overtake the light and see the things that have been and that shall be nevermore, follow the dying star in her swift flight, athwart eternity track the lost world, that drifting past our ken still gleameth fair upon the confines of some far-off realm. Perchance the star which first spake peace to men will dawn through thee upon the waiting earth, and O far-seeing eye, God's eye, perchance mayst thou reveal the city beautiful, which lies foursquare in midst of heaven, whose shining walls are of fair jasper builded and pure gold, whose battlements are crystal, and whose ways are sapphire paven, and whose gates are pearl. And if anybody's not catching it, this is referring to Jerusalem. The earth must also be in the center of the celestial sphere, for if it were nearer to the eastern portion of the heavens than to the western, the stars in the east would seem to move with greater rapidity than those in the west. Since the stars sweep across the sky each day at a perfectly regular rate, the earth must be equally distant from all of them, and thus in the center of the universe. A lot of these antique books, when they say celestial sphere, they're actually talking about the firmament. You'll see that as we go. They keep mentioning that Polaris, the North Star, is at the center of the celestial sphere or the firmament. That's also what they're referring to when they said God's visible sky tabernacle.
Coming in from another star system every other Tuesday, they're present here. There are handfuls of people doing weird things here and there. Those people are all over the place. Some of them I knew when I was at NASA have come to talk to me and said, oh yeah, I was interested, or I know something about this or that.
Have you met anybody working on the crafts themselves?
I've met people who've claimed to have worked on them or seen them.
Really?
So, yeah. So the question I've had is why, when we have the NASA commission, why was there no section on what astronauts have seen in space? I talked to Alan Bean. He was from Apollo 12. He said that when he went up to Skylab, they actually photographed a red flashing light. Nobody puts lights on satellites. First, you don't need them, and second, it's more weight.
Also, satellites back then weren't doing proximity operations. They were just following predictable orbits.
Changing orbits.
They weren't changing orbits
either.
Yeah.
They actually had a craft pull up alongside of them.
Whoa!
Off their orbit, and the cosmonaut drew a picture of the object. Story Musgrave, a shuttle pilot, also talked about seeing things like snakes.
Wow.
Things writhing around in space.
Really?
Yeah. This is a phenomenon that people have seen for centuries. There's cases going back to the 1800s.
Back to Columbus.
Balls of light coming out of the water, hovering next to the ship, following the ship, and then taking off into the clouds. And that's why I think there's probably bases underwater is your best bet.
5 childhood Mandela effects. Number 1, the Raisin Bran son had sunglasses. I don't care what anybody says, but the Raisin Bran that I grew up with had sunglasses. Some people say we get it mixed up with the California Raisins, but guess what? I didn't. I saw that box as a child many times. The Raisin Bran son had sunglasses. Number 2, Payless shoe stores. That existed in my timeline. Not Payless shoe stores. I know it's never been called Payless shoe stores. In my timeline, I had to shop there, and I remember what that store looked like. I remember pulling up to it, and I remember the shoes that were in it, and it was Payless shoe stores. Number 3, Agent Smith in the movie The Matrix did not have a tie clip in my timeline. I don't know when this tie clip came to be, but I remember in my timeline when he was fighting Neo, he didn't have a tie clip on. Fighting was his work, so that tie clip was not there, but apparently in this timeline, it's always been there, but I remember it wasn't. Number 2, the Mississippi River was the longest river in the United States. I remember this specifically. Apparently now it's the Missouri River by over 100 miles. When I grew up, it was the Mississippi River. I know this, I remember it, and I don't care what you say. Number 1, The Rock at WWE. It was, can you smell what The Rock is cooking? Say it with me. Can you smell what The Rock is cooking. He said that. I don't care what anybody says. In my timeline, it was, can you smell what the Rock is cooking? Not if you smell what the Rock is cooking. I know that's what they say now. I know he's never said, can you smell? But in my timeline, it was, can you smell what the Rock is cooking? That's my 5. It's us.
Oh my God, that is wild. I never actually paid attention to people's catchphrases. The only one I know is like John Cena's, like, you can't see me, but like you see him the entire time. Wow. Raisin Bran definitely had sunglasses. I'm like with this guy on all the Mandela effects. They're not Mandela effects. And the time clip, what the heck? When did the time clip get there? I feel like it wasn't there. Now I observed it being there. Now it's gonna be there forever. Dang it. Oh boy, at the end of all that thing, the guy's like, I think there's aliens in the water. I'm like, buddy, they already told us about the aliens in the water. I didn't need to watch you to figure that out. But yeah, cool. NASA been saying some things to you on the down low? Sure. They've been deceiving a lot of people. It sounds like you've been too. Oh boy, I kind of feel you on those rods or snakes that are up there. I've heard that before, like those high ozone creatures that may... Sorry. Oh boy, the spirals are real. Hey, no idea about the book translation, or like when she first said it, I was like, hey, is this like the gates of heaven or something? She's like, no, it's Jerusalem. Sure. It's your timeline. You perceive it whatever you want it to be. I'm not here to change that. Hey, go check out her content if it interests you.
So remember, the average person doesn't see in the spiritual realm quite like you do. So if demons are manifesting in others around you, then you are exactly who you are supposed to be. And don't let them drag you down to their level. You just keep being the light. Let them misunderstand you, because they see in you what they are missing in themselves, and they don't like that. So you just keep being you, chosen.
Look right out of Superman's Fortress of Solitude. I thought it was a movie set. And they punched a hole in the bedrock of the limestone, and instead of seeing a solid vein of something, of minerals, they came into a pocket of these giant pylons that were sitting there in the dark. Those crystals grew to a height of almost 40 feet.
40 feet?
1,000 feet under the ground. It was 136 degrees, and it was 100% humidity and total darkness. It's so hot that you could pass out within 5 minutes. They grow the width of a human hair every 100 years. They found microbes that had never been discovered on this planet before. Extraterrestrials can be in the form of microorganisms, very tiny. Alien viruses, alien microbes. What's happening is that they're changing some of the wording on this now, and they're saying that they're ancient microbes, but when I was exposed to seeing those images, the first images of the 50 to 60,000-year-old microbes, they were alien microbes. They were described to me as alien to this planet.
In this next video, this podcaster breaks down the English language.
English language is occultic, okay? It comes from Anglo-Saxon, right? English is what it's called. English. Anglo is angel, angelo. Saxon is sexon. It's sect, okay? It means angel sex. It's from the fallen angels that had sex with the women. This is literally where this stems from. And so it is an occultic language. All the old books of witchcraft they have English words in them. Like the English is it's witch tongue is what it's called. Okay, so like when you start digging into stuff, you'll be like, okay, this is really weird. Why is it saying these things in here? These things in here that are all English related. Bro, why is it called spelling in our language? They're all casting spells, right? It is a spell casting language, bro. It's called, do you know where the word, grammar comes from? No. Etymology of grammar. Google it, somebody. Etymology of grammar. It literally says witchcraft, incantations, mumbo jumbo, spells. So like when you study what the etymology of words, your whole perspective starts to shift. Like grammar is from grimoire. Grimoire is the old books of witchcraft. That's what grimoire is. That's where we get the word grammar. Okay? That's why it's called the Grammys. When people get awards at the Grammys, bro, it's witchcraft. They're rewarding you for witchcraft. Like that's why it's called that. Okay? Program. Pro means for. Gram means witchcraft. Programming you. Programmer. It's pro grimoire. It's pro witchcraft. It's for witchcraft. Like everything that you're watching, I mean, like the television, they're telling you lying visions, tell lie visions, okay? And it's the channel. In witchcraft, it's called channeling. It's the media, okay? The media that you watch is called the medium, is the witch. When you go talk to a medium, the medium's the in-between, you and the bigs and the littles. You're the little, the bigs are the gods, the Thor and all of them, okay? And then the medium is the in-between. That's the person that goes between the gods and you. That's mediumship. That's why it's called the media.
Wow.
So, dude, when you see it like that, it's like, dude, the whole thing is occultic. It's all a bunch of witchcraft, but we're so naive to it. I mean, Hollywood is the wood that wizards and witches craft their wands and staves out of. They craft it out of Hollywood. It's not like they're telling you what it is. Okay, they're telling you straight up. It's like, but we naively see these things and then brush it off and don't think that, oh, that's.
I think we need to watch what we say, learn how to speak without casting spells on ourselves.
I love that. Yeah, always watch what you say. Hey, the words are spells, so be careful what you cast. Oh, God. But like, I'm like, yo, I speak a different language, so as long as I think and speak in that, I'm good, right? And here I am saying the words in English. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Hey, there was a lot. Especially, like, how do you even get to the point of, like, going, hey, if we were supposed to have like a encounter, you know, I'm going to define these things as aliens. I feel like the term alien is just loosely thrown around for everything. It can be related to alien people, alien beings, alien viruses, alien... Sorry! Oh boy, there's a lot of aliens. Them Alienware. They throw an alien like that. At this point, let it all out. I want to know what's really going on. Dude, I have no idea what's going on with the chosen ones, but I don't know if I was supposed to be in your algorithm or not. But like, hey, maybe it wasn't for me. Maybe it was a message for you. Are you a chosen one? Did that message mean anything to you? Cool. Glad you got the message. Hey, while I have you here, can you help us wake up the other goons? Hey, today's the hype video, so you know what you need to do? If you have an Android or iOS device and you have the YouTube app, find this video on the YouTube app, and literally next to the thanks, next to the share, there is a hype button. You can press the hype button 3 times a week. If you can press it on this video 3 times, hey, I'd appreciate it. Appreciate it a lot. Let's wake up them other goons. Thank you. Love you.
I know a lot of people still see me as the kid from Stranger Things, right? I'm 23 now. And I'm proud to officially announce that I am a man.
I would just like to throw in there that men's frontal lobes aren't fully developed until they are mid-20s to early 30s, and neither are their physical features. So it's always made me question why the government made children legally adults at 18, but anyways.
Anytime you read former child star in a headline, it can only mean good things.
Before this next clip, I just want to state, may the days of those questioning Hollywood's intentions cease today. And just keep in mind, professional adult screenwriters for SNL wrote this and went all the way to the top, and then it was consented to by the cast and everyone involved.
Thanks to everyone who watched us grow up on the show. We're now ready to do adult films.
I don't quite know how anyone can't see it. I don't quite know how any of you can deny it. Maybe you guys are just okay with it now because you have been so brainwashed and groomed. But I'm telling you, your children will not just look up to the characters, they will also look up to the celebrity playing the character. So unless you want a bunch of Pages and Bonnie Blues running around, I suggest you take this warning.
They had their evil little hands in a lot of shit for many, many decades. That right there is Eli Musk's mother. She's been a high priest witch for many, many years, decades. This is blood ritual, folks. They read the book of Moloch and Babylon, and they're evil, satanic worshipers.
We can't forget his grandfather, Joshua Halderman, founder of Technocracy Incorporated, who planned our future before his grandson was born.
They're just deep into some evil shit. And that's his mom.
Damn, she's all devil worshipped and all those.
Yeah, I feel like it's evident they definitely delve into some occultist type stuff. Even like the stuff that Elon's worn at times is like, yo, is this an upside down cross? Or is that like a devil symbol? Like, what's going on here? You really into Diablo or something else? Sorry, wait, isn't Diablo just mean... Never mind. All right, cool. Cool. Good to know. Stay away from all the 1%ers. 100%. That's a petrified gorilla. There's nothing else. I'm going, yeah, they petrified it. Imagine the things it was protecting. It was like the true Harambe before Harambe. Yo, those Stranger Things casts were telling us the things like without telling us the things. Like, I feel like they're going to make adult content or something. And hopefully it's not like, oh, I'm going to make an OF. I'm like, bro, that ship sailed when, like, I think, like, the time to cash that in was 18, but, like, now you're 23, so I guess. But then again, are you really an adult, like, 23? Yeah, I'm with the lady. I'm like, yo, you're not an adult till, like, 30. But, like, cool. I guess whatever helps you in your career path. Don't, like, Miley Cyrus out on us and do, like, a bangers tour and go all crazy and, like, then reel it all back and... Sorry. I hope everything works out for the Stranger Things cast.
How you swim down. You look at Italy, okay? Italy is a perfect example of swim down. Now, if you don't know what I mean by swim down, if you've ever seen Finding Nemo, remember when they're all caught in that big net and all the fish swim down together and they break the net and they get free? Italy is swimming down together. They're not rioting. They're not burning shit down. They are doing something that is way scarier to those in power. They are refusing to let life go on as normal. They are shutting shit down until their government hears them. I'm talking trains have stopped. They're refusing to unload ports. Airports have stalled. Universities are paused. And it's all happening together. It's not random. That is coordinated pressure, baby. Now let's compare that to the United States, because we are told just vote at midterms, work harder, protest on your lunch break, but be quiet about it and don't you fucking block a roadway. That is not swimming down, people. That is thrashing around in the net. We have to start trusting each other and trusting that you're swimming down too. We're all swimming to the same thing. We may not agree on everything. We may look different, okay? Don't really give a fuck right now. Swim down.
I need you to declare that it is finished over your life. And all is well with you. All is well with your house. All is well. It's going to be the finale of everything. I can go into an example of how all is well, but I need you to know that that is it. The devil came to steal, kill, and destroy. But I got news for the devil, because God came to give us life, and life that we may live more abundantly. We were not created to fail. We were not created to be in struggle or lack or bondage. We're not created for that. We're the head and not the tail. We're lenders and borrowers of none. We were made for so much more. Now we are about to get it. We are about to receive everything that God has for us. God has truly shined his light on us for all to see. We are a light on a hill that cannot be hidden. We are a lighthouse in the middle of the ocean for the lost to come to us. God is saying, now you're ready for the next. And I am making you that lighthouse for the lost souls to find their way home. Let there be light. Let there be power. Let there be success. Let there be. God is coming in and restoring you to your rightful place, because you are an heir to the kingdom and you are about to receive everything that is for you. It is time.
Exulansis, which is the tendency to give up trying to explain something because no one's going to understand it. You see, that's the whole experience as an autistic person. There is this hopelessness in explaining yourself after a long time of trying to, and feeling as though that no one is going to truly get what you mean.
Yo, excellences. That's me all the time, everywhere all at once. I call it spiraling. Oh boy, so it's excellences. I like my word better. Spiraling makes sense. Oh boy, can't explain it, just spiraling. Oh, I didn't like that. And it's not like, hey, I didn't like the message. I just don't like the delivery of this format of like driving and like recording. You know, we've seen enough videos where people are not watching the road and things happen because they weren't watching the road. Stop doing content in your car. Go do content somewhere else. Great message, but horrible delivery. Like, come on now. But like even that delivery, like for lost souls, like what if you don't feel like a lost soul? Why are you in my algorithm? Like, I'm just trying to figure it out now. I'm not a lost soul. I just figure I feel like I understand more things than this lady's trying to tell me. I'm like, I don't know. But like, what does it all mean? And why is she trying to tell me I'm finished? I'm like, I'm not finished. I want to keep going. We're going to make it all the way to the end. The full transcendence is going to... Sorry. Okay. Cool. Swim down. Hey, I'ma just keep swimming just like Finding Nemo, just like all the Nemos. That's all we can do. But did you know like Nemo backwards is actually... Never mind. Oh boy, why she gotta say swim down? Who's gonna be the next people swimming down? She says Italy. I'm like, what about Greenland? Who's swimming down with Greenland? Oh man.
These are signs that someone is doing witchcraft on you. First one, you're not gonna believe me, it's gonna be unexplainable health complications. Hair loss, that one is like really common in women instead of men. Number 3, you're having issues finding a job or keeping money in your wallet.
Right before you enter the greatest state of your entire life, you will literally lose everything all in one go. Okay, literally everything. And you will feel in that moment like, I need to control this. I need to grip on. And it is in that moment where the only way to end suffering is to surrender, which is the thing you want to do least. It is going to be the hardest test of your entire life, letting go. To experience the greatest state of your entire life, it will cost you everything you are. You will have to be willing to give up the thing you wanted the most without proof that something better exists on the other side, to take the leap of faith entirely into the unknown, where the only thing that guides you and controls you at that point is the divine. It is in that moment where you realize that it wasn't you that brought you onto this earth, that it was something other than you that brought you here. And when you surrender your power to the thing that literally created you, you trust and know that everything works out for you, even when you cannot see it. Trusting and knowing something is better on the other side through pure blind faith. That is where suffering ends, and that is where you finally enter the greatest state of your life.
Some of these cities could accommodate 20 to 30,000 people, including livestock, suggesting they were not simple shelters but long-term refuges. The question arises, what were they hiding from? Could these be remnants of the same catastrophe that Göbekli Tepe memorializes? Their construction predates recorded history, and no one truly knows who actually built them or why.
Wait, do we need to go back and like use these things again? I mean, like they were built for a purpose, right? You can only assume they were definitely hiding from something. Why not just be out in the open? Unless it was like some kind of barren wasteland and it's like Fallout all over the place, and they had to hide underground in order to avoid the radiation. Sorry, spiraling. The spirals are very real. Okay, lady, like what's with the algorithm right now? Like, well, am I really gonna lose everything? I don't want to lose you, Goons. I love the Goons. I love all the things, like, but I live every day like it's my last. I'm not trying to hold any miseries. I'm not trying to hold it on to any problems or leave anything lingering. I try to close every chapter before you never know. You never know what will happen. But when that transcendence comes, I'm ready. But like, hey, I'm gonna let whatever happens. And if it's bad, I guess it's bad. If I gotta let go of things, I gotta let go of things. But I'm like, I don't know if I would openly swim into the unknown without knowing. But like, is that video for me, or is like the algorithm messing with me? You stop it. What's with the algorithm today? And the other lady like telling me the things. Are you describing like 50% of men? We just trying our best. You stop it. It's hard to get a job out here, all right? You're trying to do the things yourself, all right? Help us out. Sorry. I'm sure she has a job and stuff, right? Like, she's not just telling us things. Money in her wallet. Everything's going digital. There won't be anything in the wallet. We're going to keep it going. Do 3 more.
If you don't believe in ghosts, the video I'm about to show you is going to make you believe. Uploaded to the internet by the hidden underbelly, this video was captured on security camera in a hotel in Illinois. Now pay close attention to the maid cart. And it'll probably be really easy for you to miss it, honestly, because it happens so fast. And just to add some validity to this video, the maid cart is sitting in front of the doors of the elevator, and the lights did not go off on the elevator for the doors to be open. Now, if you didn't see it, a shadow comes from where the elevator doors are, touches the maid cart, and runs back. Here it is zoomed in. Now, the people that work at this hotel do often report things going missing, especially off the maid carts. They said they would start their day with their carts completely full, and before even starting on rooms, there would be things missing. And there were several times where they reported their carts actually being knocked over. Now, other staff reported seeing things out of the corner of their eyes, feeling like they were being touched. Some staff members even reported feeling like they were being watched or followed as they walked down the hallways. As far as I can find, there was nothing like morbid that ever happened at this hotel. So maybe the spirit followed somebody here. What do you guys think about this?
A major problem that I'm seeing is that the corruption is so deep that people think it's a conspiracy theory instead of actually hearing that people's children are being adopted out without a trial, to the point where the Children's Law Center lost a $40 million lawsuit. That's wild, you guys. It's so wild people have to believe it because children are being harmed. So I know your mind wants to think that the world is safe and everybody is doing their job the way they're supposed to be, but that's not what's happening.
He was recording his mom, and something terrifying happened. While recording, this man captured something that wasn't supposed to be there. Behind his mom was this girl with the creepy appearance that has been following them around, but this time he was able to capture it all on video.
Yo, you got a possession. You got to get an exorcism. You got to get a cleansing. Oh boy. That definitely caught me off guard. Didn't expect, because there was nothing there. And boom. I said, whoa. Ooh, oh boy. All right, cool. At least now you know what you need to do. Hopefully everything's good now. The lady that's like figured it out, she's finally looked at the analytics and she's like, oh my God, the abuse is literally within the systems that they created. Yeah, the government systems, the CPS, the child protective, like, oh man, the abuse comes from the weirdest things. And it's the abuse and like, not like the abuse that we, our mind goes to sometimes, but even like cases of this where children are adopted out without even the parents and knowing, they trust like, hey, they're going to be fine in the system. I'll get them when I'm good and out. And by the time they're good and out, they've already been adopted out. It's like, yeah, you don't think that's a thing? Oh, man, then why'd they lose the case? Yeah, exactly. Start looking at the facts, and then you start going into the religious things, and then you find even... Sorry. Hey, there 100% was a child in that hotel that was messing with those hotel staff. So hopefully they also do an exorcism. Wow, that was definitely wild. Did not expect. Yeah, it was fast too. That child is still fast even in that state. Imagine that. Or it could be some kind of multi-dimensional being, and it's like, hey, I need this one thing so I can do the thing. And it's like, hey, what were you trying to do? Like, what could have been? You need an extra towel? What are you trying to clean up? Like, I'm just trying to figure it all out. Well, oh boy, the algorithm is quite wild today. Hey, how are you doing? Hey, do you remember that Greenland thing? How's everything going over there? Are we taking over? Are they doing the things there? Are we looking at Cuba? What's next? Oh, we don't do any of that here. Well, hopefully you still want to explore the weird, because listen, there should be videos on the screen right now. Click on either one of them to continue that goon fix. The one in the middle, you can subscribe. I will see you guys next time. Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Wake up.